Now I want to talk about the similarities and differences between these three speeches. First of all, I want to notice similarities. They include the fact that all these speeches are held in an audience in a fairly formal setting. Everywhere there is a certain person who leads this event, a lecturer at the university, and Steve Jobs in an Apple presentation. The similarities also include the fact that at all three events there is a fairly large audience which listens to the speaker with genuine interest. But even though the format of the speeches is similar, there are significant differences between them. These differences lie in the audience that listens to a given presentation. In the first case, we can see an ordinary lecture at Harvard University. The audience at this lecture is quite young people who are students of this university. They listen to the lecture with interest, but I think that not everyone is immersed in the presentation with their heads, as there are some people who are not interested in this topic. Anyway, I consider this event quite official since it is a lecture at the university. In the second speech, we can see a lecture at the same educational institution, Cambridge University. It also has a lecturer and a clear lecture topic, but the audience is different from the audience in the first video. People of different ages listen to this lecture, mostly adults, and the lecture itself takes place more in the format of a press conference. Due to this, the professor and the audience have better contact, and I like this format of lectures much more because they are not as official as ordinary lectures with clear boundaries between professor and students. In the second video, I see a great interest of the audience, and this primarily depends on the lecturer, who is quite charismatic and knows how to keep the attention of the audience. Now it's time to talk about the third video and how it differs from the first two. The third speech is not a lecture, but it's a presentation of a new product from Apple, the iPhone. This presentation differs from others in that the audience in the hall is absolutely uneven in age and is made up of journalists and geeks. I believe that in this speech the audience shows maximum interest. Applause is constantly heard in the hall. It's all because Steve Jobs is a genius. No one else could draw attention to the product like him. This presentation is more like a show from which the audience has unique emotions. And in this way, it's fundamentally different from the other two speeches. These are all the differences and similarities that I wanted to note in these speeches. Thanks for your attention.